Good morning, folks, and welcome to the second video in the BB2 series build. It is December 26th, 2020. Nice, crisp 21, 22 degrees. We're started up to the other garage, going to build a fire. I've got the 68 tucked away behind the grill and all the boxes it's got to be burnt from Christmas and what have you. There's the 68's rest in place for a day or two, but we're going to go ahead up here to the barn. Well, the other garage right up here. We're going to see if we can start on the 89 S-10, go ahead and start getting it took apart. Stick around. All right, we got the fire started. Getting it heated up in here, hopefully here in a minute. Got it rolling. We're going to go ahead and start seeing if we can take this front. What I'm wanting to do is set the entire front clip off, fenders, radiator support, grill. Of course, not the hood, it'll have to come off separate. I'd like to take all this off at one time. This will be my first try at this, so we'll get down here and inspect, look around, see what's got to be done. All right, well, setting the entire front clip off, fenders and all, might have been a little bit more trouble than I thought it was going to be. This fender here, I'd stuck on it, so just a couple of bolts, I took it back off. The grill, I got the wiring harness out for the headlights. It comes out, it's all wadded up there. It comes out across the fender, down through that hole and across. Went ahead and took all that stuff out. It's simple. I think I'm just going to go ahead and set this fender off right here, and I have to get all this stuff off the inside here, the washer tub and all that. Some of this stuff won't need to go back on it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take this fender off. Probably try to bring the radiator support and the two inner fenders off at the same time, but just a whole lot more going on there than I thought. I know a lot of the old, like the old 68, the old C10s and stuff, there's not as much under the hood, not as much smog control and a bunch of junk like that you got to deal with. So you can pretty much set those off, but I'm gonna go ahead and get this fender right here off. We may just take it apart a piece at a time. Stay tuned. I didn't get to film a whole lot on the disassembly process, but I'll show you a couple quick things right here. When you're taking the fender off, of course, right up here, you've got two bolts that mount down right here. You've got to open the door and reach in from this direction. Right here, come in from this direction, and there's two bolts here, one here and one up under the bottom right here. You got to come in from the inside, get up under the inner fender well. There's a bolt right here, and if you can see it, there's a bolt right there, and that releases the back of the inner fender. Now if you got a little help, you can probably take the whole thing off at once. It was just me here today, so I went ahead and elected to just take it because I'm going to clean those, paint those. You got to disassemble them anyway. Going to get a bolt kit from LMC, put it all back together, nice new stuff that way. Well, of course, I'll clean the frame and paint everything. Same thing on the other side, but you got, of course, you got the radiator support bolts here, the two big bolts with the pads and all. Then you got the little junk that, not junk, but little things that bolt to the fender. You got to take the wiring harness out. I think I done showed that earlier. And same thing on this side. I went ahead and put those bolts back in where they go. That way I wouldn't have any problem keeping up with them. And there's a good shot of those. You got those two to come out from the other side. These two top ones here. Fender sets right off. These things go together, come apart pretty doggone easy. Like I said, this is an 89 model. Had to cut a couple of bolts just because everything's rusted up, especially below the battery box. And my battery tray, let me show you it. My battery tray is complete garbage. Part of it's rusted off, broke off. I'm gonna get a new battery tray. Not even gonna fool with that. My fender's in good shape. This one is, that one over there is one I had. I may use it. These just need a little cleaning. I'll buy some new flaps to go on it right there. Fan shroud I shouldn't need because like I said, I'm planning on running an electric fan on this truck. Shouldn't need it. 4.3 V6, automatic, great little motors. The other S-10 I showed in part one of this video, the one I had back when I was in high school, had a 2.8 with an automatic. Drove that thing for 13 years, had it from where I lived, Lebanon, Tennessee, had it all over East Tennessee here. Truck run great, but had no power and got decent gas mileage, you'll believe it or not. These 4.3s, had this been a good running motor, Had it's been a good running motor, I wouldn't have got this truck this cheap. But had it been a good running motor, I may have just freshened it up and kept it, because, you know, I'm not building something to drag race here. I'm building something just, I don't know, call it what you will. But anyway, since it's not up to par, it's coming out, and we'll do a V8. Well, there we have it. End of day one. We've got the fenders, the inner fenders, the radiator support, the hood. You can see what we've took off there, the fan. We're going to leave it sitting like this and draining. It is Saturday. We'll let it drain till probably, won't get back to work on this thing, of course, till Monday afternoon sometime. So anyway, we're going to leave it sitting just like this. Had a pretty good day. Had some bolts that was rusted. It is an 89 model. Had to take a grinder and cut a couple of them off, but I'll buy a bolt kit when we go to put it back together. The radiator has some sludge in it. I'm thinking maybe the engine had a little bit of additive, the coolant system rather, to help it along. It doesn't matter. This motor is going away. We are going to put a V8 in this truck. So stick around, follow the series, the BB2, the Project BB2 series. I'll explain more on that later as the series goes on. But anyway, there's where we're at. Won't be long. We'll be taking this motor out, get everything else stripped off and ready for the first of the week. Probably try to pull it next Saturday or Friday. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see. There's where we are, folks. If you like the video, please like, share, subscribe. Got any questions, comments, or suggestions? I'm open to any of that. Please throw them down in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed the video. It was a short and sweet one. Didn't get a whole lot into the disassembly, but ain't a whole lot to show to take a few rusty bolts out. We'll get more into the how-tos whenever we go to cleaning and getting everything set up and ready for the V8. Have a great day. God bless. See you on the next one.